Thursday night, ACC basketball from Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts. Is Boston College playing their best basketball of their ACC season? Boy, they have a juggernaut to play today as third-ranked Notre Dame is in town. And we welcome you courtside. Thanks so much for joining us, along with Ben Altscher. I'm Eric Galante. The Eagles did beat Notre Dame a couple of years ago, but boy, this Notre Dame team is red hot, very, very good, and it should be a fun watch today. See if Boston College can take some of this momentum out of their last two wins and apply it to maybe the best challenge in the ACC right now.
Exactly, and they know they're going to see a different type of defense from Notre Dame tonight. They can do it in a variety of ways. They're great at protecting the rim, but they're also good at putting pressure on the ball. Talked to BC head coach Joanna Burnaby-McNamee beforehand. She said Hannah Hidalgo's flat out just the best defensive player in the country.
So, Boston College and Notre Dame, and it's Kayla Ivey who's been so good recently. Her three-pointer is good. Ivey, who's had a confident stroke recently, averaging 7.5 points and 13 assists over this two-game win streak. Notre Dame to answer, no good. Westbeld, though, gets the rebound. As you look at the starting lineup for Notre Dame, back healthy with Hidalgo returning on Sunday after turning an ankle and missing a couple of games. And there's the Pitt transfer, Liatu King, the grad student from Washington, inside to make it 3-2.
Great example of the inside-out weaponry that Notre Dame possesses.
And a Todd, no good for Boston College. Citron couldn't hold it. Here is Daly on the drive. Tried to get it across, and a foul. Wagner recently, her last 8 games, averaging 16 per contest. And a good start at the foul line.
We talk about Hidalgo being a wrecking ball for Notre Dame defensively. Wagner could do some of that for BC, too. Had 5 steals in that win over Syracuse. She's a very versatile defender.
Westbeld with Boston College putting a bit of zone on, this matchup zone they like to play. Miles back for Westbeld inside against Sidbury, and Maddy Westbeld connects.
But you talk about Notre Dame getting healthy.
And then a turnover. Hidalgo gets it right back, and that is Hannah Hidalgo. Ivey again for 3. Launched it too far. A rebound to Liatu King. So that turnover all of a sudden gives Notre Dame the lead. So quickly, those 4 points on that possession. Miles on a little handoff. King has 4 points. We're pretty good at taking the ball away themselves. Little no-look pass, but then it's Miles and Hidalgo combining defensively. No foul was called, so it's just out of bounds.
Todd takes it in aggressively. It looks like mostly all ball there.
Todd got up in the air and hits.
Gets her out of position and an easy shot.
King thought about it, steps inside, a little bit strong on the jumper. And then a foul called as King.
Well, doing it especially from the outside as well. Big-time three-point shooter, tied for first in the country in terms of her efficiency. Now, Notre Dame, just about everybody on the team can do it for BC. Todd's sort of been carrying the flag.
Sidbury with the left hand.
Well, for Notre Dame, now it's all sort of about positioning.
Nice pass on the opposite side, and the foul.
Moved to the rim there by Prosper. You know, sometimes for a young player, you're still trying to adapt to the speed of the college game. As you said, she has really taken that learning curve very quickly.
Samuel cutting inside, up with the left, and draws the foul. This Notre Dame team stacks up across, that's, remember, the national rankings, right? Not just in the ACC.
And maybe, again, one of the more impressive things is it's not one player who's leading the nation in one category. It's 4 players.
Savannah Samuel with a couple of free throws.
Dontavia Wagner-Light, like, she plays a similar style game.
Inside, good take by Liza Carlin.
Just about everybody except for Hidalgo, 6 foot.
Todd, pull-up jumper, yes. Boy, Tiana Todd is in a groove right now.
Now finding her spot along the baseline there. It took a little hit at the end of it.
Hidalgo, that was well off. Don't usually see that from Hannah Hidalgo.
That's a play by Sidbury to quickly get out ahead of the pack there. before Notre Dame could set up a trap in the backcourt.
Todd shuffling for Nene and Jai in the game for the first time. Too strong on her three. Samuel was right there on the offensive rebound. Bounce around to Njai, and the third effort is good.
Generating second chance opportunities, and you saw a couple cracks at it there.
Yeah, both of these teams are really good on the offensive boards. Coming up on 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. Hidalgo, better look that time. 5 points for Hidalgo.
Well, it looked like she and Westbeld weren't quite on the same page there, whether to get it into the post. Hidalgo wanted a screen. Eventually just says, I'll take this.
Sidbury, how about that move? 4 points for Taya Sidbury, coming off 21 points and 13 rebounds against the Cuse. Inside, and that's the second time that Carlin's gotten behind the ball.
We've seen the Irish certainly capable of making those passes, but they're not, you know, A to B simple passes.
Sidbury tried to go back to that left hand, wasn't there that time. And Samuel nearly took it away. Nothing's called there. Samuel's out front. Hidalgo comes over, and the foul goes against Hidalgo.
If you're Boston College to an upset, is going to be winning or at least being even, probably, in the foul category.
Neil Ivey certainly thought there should have been a foul called. Samuel makes 1 of 2 at the line. She has 3 points, and Boston College has the lead by 1. A 4.5 second difference between the game and the timer. Hidalgo for Citron. Pull up jumper blocked by Tatum Green. Eagles got time. Todd's got to get it off, and does. No, they say no. They say she traveled. Oh. Could have been an exclamation point. Nearly looked like a finish, but indeed, that's too many steps. But then, once they let it go, Todd obviously clearly traveled at the other end. That part was the correct call.
Definitely 3 steps on Todd, and just a tough break for Boston College when you consider they could have bolstered their lead a little bit there before the end of the quarter. Off another nice defensive sequence.
So that kind of took away a little bit from the conversation we could have been having at the end of the first quarter, which was really well done by Boston College, holding a 1-point lead after quarter number 1. Westbeld inside, goes to her left hand. Really good find. Samuel's got a lot of minutes here. Samuel to her left hand, a little bit strong. Wagner got it back though, but couldn't finish at the rim. Wagner, who gets as many offensive rebounds as anybody, averaging 3 per game. Deep 3 from Miles is good. Boy, maybe the biggest difference for this Notre Dame team, not just the fact that Miles is healthy and back, but how good her three-point shot has been this year. A 45% three-point shooter. Olivia Miles knocks it down, and there's an insert from Todd. Hidalgo inside, no. But another offensive rebound for Notre Dame. That's 4 of them in this first half. Hidalgo spins, kicks to the corner for a Westbeld 3.
Now playing in her 6 games, player who was basically a double-double last year.
Todd again for 3 to match, not this time. And Citron has the rebound. This is one of those danger moments when you play a team like Notre Dame. They can go on a run. Hidalgo steps back and is no good, but got her own rebound. A third effort is no good. 3 cracks at it, but instead it's Wagner the other way. Remember that moment if BC hangs in here.
Well, that's a really tough sequence for Hidalgo. 3 good looks resulting in nothing.
Citron for 3 is no good, but Hidalgo's got another offensive rebound, and this time makes the long 2.
The tenor of the game switches a little bit. You see it a little bit tighter.
Ivey trying again. Got it this time.
So BC had missed their last handful of 3s. Ivey changes that in a hurry.
Westbeld steps back. Westbeld answers. 10 points for Maddy Westbeld. Sidbury to her right. Sidbury so good with both hands. but that time no good with her right.
And creating space for that little running hook shot, just didn't have enough touch.
Miles. Got it for King, 17 to shoot. King, left hand, good. Liatu King has 6.
Just putting their defender in the spin cycle there.
And then it's turned over. Eagles went too quickly there. And Miles in transition is good.
And now you got a Maddy Westbeld coming back into the mix, who's only averaging about 10 points per game in her return, but all of a sudden she can go for 10 in the first half.
And it's looked really good on that three-point shot. So it's where you see it right now, 35-26 in favor of Notre Dame. After this was just a one-point game moments ago. Eagles trying to respond out of the timeout, and Andrea Daly does just that.
Well, and you see Boston College having to roll the dice a little bit here. They bring Savannah Samuel back
but
in.
Now is wide open. Extra pass inside and a foul. I think actually looking at her body language after, probably next time would take that shot.
Obviously, great production last year. Missing the early part of the season.
And Jai steps inside the arc and hits. Boy, how good has Nene and Jai been?
And more often than not, they're winning them.
Here's Todd for 3. A little bit strong. Long rebound for Samuel. Both these teams have gotten their share of offensive rebounds today. Todd again, this time. But again an offensive rebound and Sidbury's foul.
Yeah. Get 8 points in less than a minute. You know, could try to, you know, really put a drain on the Eagles' confidence going into halftime.
Second free throw after the foul on Westbeld is good.
And Notre Dame has clamped down as well. That was just their first foul of the second quarter.
Wagner stole it even though it was behind her. And then they lost the handle on it. Citron needs help. And Notre Dame starts up with it. Hidalgo nearly lost the handle, keeps it going, and Hidalgo scores.
Well, sometimes she can make the tough ones look easy.
Wagner into 2 defenders is no good, but she got it back. And Sidbury for the free throw line is not there. 2 great looks don't go down on the BC ends. And now Hidalgo is fouled. Still hanging in to an 8-point game right now before Hidalgo starts at the line. Notre Dame's lead is at its largest moment. Daly to cut into it. No good from 3. Miles entrance. Good defense by Todd. Eagles got a shot if they go quick from half court. It's no good from Daly. Is always a popular opponent in Conte Forum, no matter what sport it seems to be, and no different here on a Thursday night.
Well, when you are as successful as this program has been, you're always going to travel well. And what is this now, second time in about a week that you've had a national title contender come in as an opponent?
Olivia Miles and Sonia Citron, who are likely to be top 10, maybe even top 5, maybe even top. I've seen Miles in some mocks as high as 2 potentially in the WNBA draft.
And Hidalgo's probably on the short list.
Will certainly be there when she's eligible. And then in men's hockey coming up this weekend, you have a potential #1 overall pick in the NHL draft, who of course plays here for Boston College.
Star-studded stretch.
Hidalgo, a little bit short. Westbeld got it. Sidbury for 3. In and out to start the second half on the Boston College side, but it's taken away by Todd. Tiana Todd with the left hand.
Quick hands by Todd, just poking it away from Citron.
Miles launching. That's no good.
It's interesting. Ever since she passed on that transition three, she's been looking for a couple early ones.
Ivy now. Transition three of her own. No. Sidbury lost it off the offensive rebound. Hidalgo the other way. Huge little swing there. Sidbury has had a couple of those takes. That's not quite gone.
And you're not going to complain about those looks, though. Those are the shots she is capable of making.
Miles inside. Good find. King is there. Todd deep into the timer. Got a launch. A right hand throw goes. I mean, just threw it up for dear life. Nearly poked away again, but there's an open body inside. It's Westbeld. Eagles go quickly. Daly blocked, but a foul. And now Daly at the foul line.
You know, this is a really competitive stretch of games. And even as hot as Notre Dame is coming in, if they can sort of continue this pace that they've been on.
Prosper with Njai slip there.
Yeah, a slick spot, I think.
Here is Todd running the floor. Todd, nice take.
Not easy to go straight in the basket like that, but Todd with good elevation, able to finish it off.
Eagles continue to hang in. Can they get to single digits here in this second half? Miles this time passes it up, and the pass behind for Hidalgo. She just saves it and drives and hits.
Just has a variety of creative finishes around the rim. So good at finding different ways to create space for herself.
Tatum Green to her left hand. Green, no good. Those broken plays that seem like there's nothing there and then something out of it. And Hidalgo's going back to the foul line.
Angle that shot around Njai.
Has one of two at the line.
Just to have that confidence to keep attacking and keep looking for your shot.
Turned over here. Miles, right hand is good. Njai finds Samuel, drives inside, good take. 5 points for Savannah Samuel. Notre Dame gets down the floor so quickly. So difficult to match up defensively against them. Turnaround, no good. Citron, offensive rebound, and the foul.
Feels like it's going to pay dividends come those gut check moments of the postseason for the Fighting Irish.
Samuel inside, left hand is good.
Terrific pass by Todd. Able to see Samuel cutting right underneath the rim there and zip it in.
Miles falling away, no good. But then again, it's an offensive rebound for Notre Dame. That's 13 offensive boards.
18 second chance points. That's really taking advantage of those opportunities.
On the other end, Njai. Carlin floats inside, extra pass for Hidalgo. Who hits? Okay, 7 for 19 from the floor doesn't necessarily jump out, but still has the 19 points, but it's also 5 rebounds. It's also 3 assists. It's also another steal recorded and a left hand, and it's good. 21 for Hidalgo. That's 3 steals now as well.
She just has those moments, little moments within a game where she just senses it's her time to take over.
Kennedy Jackson to the game for BC for the first time and hits. But just to finish the point, right? Citron missed her first, I think it was first 6 shots from the floor today, and has just 5 points. How do you like that?
And then there are those nights where the efficiency is there, and that's when they look unstoppable. Depth from Notre Dame tonight, almost 4 in double figures.
Citron, fall away, jumper good. Well, she's found the shot now. That's 7 points for Sonia Citron.
All in this quarter.
We talked with Niele Ivey this week, and we asked, who do you not get asked about enough? And she said, I know people know about Sonia Citron, but I think it might be her for all those little things that she does for us. Niele Ivey right at the end of this third quarter for Samuel, who can't hit. And the third quarter comes to an end with Notre Dame outscoring Boston College 27-17.
And even able to spot up and shoot the 3. Great setup by teammates. That's why this Notre Dame team is so good at sharing the ball.
Hidalgo was 2 for 8 from the floor in the first quarter, 4 for 14 in the first half, but still had even 11 points at that point. To the 21 right now. And Notre Dame has a 20-point lead as we start this fourth quarter, looking for a 12th consecutive win.
This run that they've been on, just so extremely impressive, and to think it's started.
Notre Dame going back has now won 5 consecutive games against top 5 teams.
And they're undefeated in the country. They haven't lost on U.S. soil.
Rosberg couldn't finish, does have the second effort though. Hassan Prosper. Yeah, 2 losses at the Cayman Islands Classic to TCU and Utah. That has been it. Todd for 3. Well, Todd's doing it again.
Still finding ways to get her shots away. Hidalgo again.
What can't she do?
Just baited Tomlinson into the spin move there, poked it away. Came to Jackson, but she couldn't handle the bouncing ball, and Hidalgo was immediately off to the races.
Jackson turning back to her right.
Scoreless offensive stretch. We're looking at a different type of game right now.
Yeah, just those little spurts, but then added on top of each other. Sid Berry boxes out for the rebound. Eagles trying to go in transition, and Jai lost the handle on it, but the follow is good from Dontavia Wagner. 6 points for Dontavia tonight. BC has outscored Notre Dame 9-4 to start this fourth quarter.
Continue to try to carry some of that confidence over into
another block. That is Koval. Citron right to the basket and draws the foul. It's going to be so crucial for this Notre Dame team as they keep going down the stretch of this ACC season.
And really, Anna Hidalgo was struggling 4 of 14 from the field early on, struggling to find her offense. And when Notre Dame sort of needed a lift, Maddy Westbeld was there, knocking down threes, finding space around the basket. So, so many different players on this Notre Dame team can beat you. And for Westbeld, we saw what she could do last year. Now you sort of add her back into the fold, and maybe she doesn't have to put up quite the same level of production she had last year now with all the new faces added to this team.
14 points now for Olivia Miles. We had gone on a little bit of a scoring drought there both ways before Miles. Jackson from out deep. Offensive rebound. Boy, there's been, and actually, as it turns out, let's just watch it play out because we go back and forth. And a miss at the rim.
Well, Todd just
that
keeps
whole
working.
Sequence almost kind of defined the game, though, right? Because BC got it back, lost it for a second, got it back, couldn't quite finish at the rim. It's been almost there, but then Miles converts at the other end.
Yeah, hard to play against the number 3 team in the country when you're playing a game of almost. It's got to be sort of definitive. And again, go back to what Coach Burnaby McNamee said, there's really no room for error. And Boston College didn't really give themselves any room for error, even in the early stages when they were playing even. You know, you go out, you build yourself a 10-point lead, then maybe you've got some margin for error. It just never sort of appeared.
Carlin for 3 is good.
Again, a player who's had success at a high level as well.
Missed the first 9 games of this season after she was injured in an exhibition game to her foot.
And you've got Citron. But then if you need to be a little bit more versatile, taking on maybe a smaller team, you need a little bit more speed in the front court. Well, then you've got Carlin and you've got Westbeld, who are maybe a little bit more mobile and can defend at the perimeter.
And Kate Koval at the line of Long Island Lutheran after coming to the United States from Ukraine.
Notre Dame's been well positioned to defend those putback opportunities.
Daly foul.
Took a little bit of a dip, and that's largely due again to the defense and the struggle that Notre Dame presents in terms of not giving you any good looks, really.
Jackson is fouled. For Hannah Hidalgo, 9 for 23 from the floor, but it's the other numbers to help build this Notre Dame lead.
Just a typical night at the office, right, for one of the best young players in the country.
We enter this final minute here from Conti Forum. And Emma Risch inside. Remember, Boston College will be on the road. They'll take on Wake Forest on Sunday before returning home here to Conti.
You take out of this game what you can. Again, learning lesson against one of the top teams in the country. Don't know if you'll see them again necessarily somewhere down the road, but you know, you're certainly going to see other top teams in the ACC. And again, it's sort of a, how do you develop? How do you continue to develop what is, on balance, you know, still a growing Boston College team?
There's another one for Emma Risch.
Nice give and go there.
Sophomore from Melbourne, Florida. Maybe putting a final capper on this one. One more turnover for the road. And Notre Dame comes to Chestnut Hill and has a 12th consecutive win.